Greetings everyone, my name is Otterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this weekly session, I'll be covering a combination of both Veersmith levels and a few other levels I found online for the next 2 hours. And while doing so, in between, I'll be discussing gaming related topics, and after all that's done, I'll be showcasing some art posted on the Discord server. Welcome to stream, Salty, Sunflora, Tedley, Raccoon, Jaden, Mr. Darkfin, Lapatio, J Butters, all the lurkers, and anyone else who I missed. Welcome. Congrats, Salty! How's the convention going? Hi, Senpai. When am I playing Bastion's Rat? In 1 or 2 weeks later. On Sunday evening, I'm going to be playing the level pack Mega Man Unknown 14. Ah, darn. I thought you were there. But of course, seeing what the major announcements were this week, I have a feeling that we're gonna have walls of text about a bunch of things that isn't Mega Man. But I'll hold off for that and let someone else begin the lead. Just in case, let's see. Oh, I haven't played that level already, so I'll add it to the queue. Oh, you're not there? Well, at least you met the rest of the gang over there. I haven't really gone to a formal con of any kind, but informal ones, yeah. Hey Lunar, hey whatever. I mean, sure Jaden. You're the biggest Starlight Revolver stan in the server. Anyways, that's enough of the rules. Let's actually begin before we get buried. Thank you for the level, El Paizo. First on the lineup is Space Travel Bastronaut Quest Stage 2 Zuruta by Lapatio. 121 play score 53. Let's go! Yeah, early access. I don't necessarily agree with the date because, you know, the super bug in the room. But it is early access. Yeah, at a certain point, the current active maker community is small enough to the point where you can know a lot of the major figures. Heck, even Nicolas is back. Just passing through. Yeah, I love that pun. Honestly, any game that was releasing at or around Skong's date, they should move it. That's the wise decision. There's no way they'd get dwarfed by pretty much the most long-awaited indie game. I mean, we've been making jokes about that for over 7 years now, with various video series, memes, in-jokes, delusions, use a choice of word here. And yet, suddenly, just a few days ago, at Gamescom, almost out of freaking nowhere, instead of having like an announcement of an announcement, or something else like most of us thinking, nope, actual release date. And 2 weeks from then, insert the just a week away joke. The only way it could be crazier is if, oh my, okay, 4 birds at a time. The only way it'd be even crazier is if they said that was releasing in a week. Oh. Or even funnier, if they were shadow dropping it immediately following the announcement. That would be an amazing jest. Yeah, Silksong before GTA 6. I'm kinda surprised. Drat. Oh, thank you, I won't be covering this week probably, but we'll see. Alright, take out the phoenixes again. I know that, Jaden, but the smart play then is to move out of the way. But Silksong has too much momentum going into it that, well, unless they're already another juggernaut, no, there's no chance of competing right now. Just wait. Eee! As it's in that. I mean, Silksong, jokes about Silksong actually penetrate into the public consciousness to a certain degree outside the gaming industry. That's how funny it is. Or influential, that is. GG! We got onto the planet, explored, and escaped. The hype is real. Okay, loader levels have been added. I haven't even played the original Hollow Knight. On Steam, because of the announcement, the original Hollow Knight's reaching its peak number of players, daily active players. It's kind of crazy. Normally I would stream it, but bigger streamers are gonna do it, so I'm gonna get dwarf. So I don't think I'll stream the original Hollow. Well, I'll leave that up to you if you want me to stream the original Hollow Knight in the remaining 15 days. I mean, if I get enough yeses, I'll just start it ASAP. Next week, Mr. Darkfin. I can do Base Droid 2 next week. Let me see that. I'm doing a calculation. Okay. September 4th versus when what? Chrono Gear is releasing on September 12th, so that gives about 8 days. That is... I would delay it by one more week at the very least, but, whatever floats their boat. Yeah, and, Starlight Revolver got plenty of press. Chrono Gear, I'm probably gonna LP to all of it because it's solid enough, and a known acquaintance working on the project is working on the project. Someone I know. And the one thing I was going for it is that its target demographic or audience, it's gonna be Hololive. It's gonna be the Hololive fan base, especially Crony's fan base or fans, watchers. So it does have that going. Make it a poll? Okay, yeah, okay, after this, you know what? Once I take a break in the stream, I'll make it a poll, J Butters, and see what I can do. Like, so many games that I played and enjoyed, especially in the Metroidvania front, pull from Hollow Knight in direct and indirect ways. It only makes sense that I should actually check out the base game and figure out what made it stand out so much, what makes it so good and influential, and what other games are pulling from. Anyways, second up is Deltarune's Spamton Neo boss fight by Jimmy Boy. 44 play, score 3. Oh, that's nice, Tedley. I think Bastion's rats can be better, but I promise someone else first. Okay. So basically we're dodging the attacks. Thank you. Ow, ow, bunny boss, bunny boss. That's my super move. Oh boy. Actually, just dodge. I know your friends are watching in the background. That wasn't that hard. See, this is easy now. Just stand here, and the Whopper can never reach me. Okay, now this is actually marginally difficult. Is there a blind spot? Yes. Hey, Bubble. I want my E-tanks. Oh, okay. I see why they gave me E-tanks. I'm standing here. For the majority of the fight, it was actually pretty easy. The hard part was just the last one. Marginally hard part. Hello, Mega Man Rainbow Stars. Welcome. Nicolasse, Fire Sawdust, and Skullman Critiques. I'll probably like your Bastion's Rat more than any other pack, so I'll be looking forward to it. It needs to, Starlight Revolver needs to switch to a hybrid approach. They did a great job with targeting the specific audience they want. Now, they need to keep the ball rolling. There are ways of doing these stages correctly. See Toxin G, for example, with their adaptation of the Chaos 7, Final Chaos fight from SA1, or the Biolizard. But then there are ones which don't quite adapt it as well, like this one. I'll still take this over the regular old square boss rushes, but Number 3 up is Train Raider by Lunar Chris, 78 play score 41. I don't dislike them, but they could be better, and I appreciate these than the regular old boss fights or whatever. At least these are a little bit more novel. Okay. Yeah, the Bun tanks can now be just the heads. Oh my gosh. Why did it take so long to first see this enemy? Oh no! I used the wrong button. You know what? Give me a second. Okay, after the stage is over. Hey, doggy. Bye, doggy. Let's continue discussion on Silk Song. Did you finish talking about Starlight Revolver, Jaden? Okay, just pushes them back. And to respond to J-Butters again, because I need to clarify it, yes, after I take the next break, I'm gonna initiate a poll on the Discord server just to see who wants me to start doing Hollow Knight before the game before Silk Song releases. If I do that, there's gonna be multiple streams in the evening then. Like, I don't think I'll be able to beat the game before Silk Song releases, though. Like, I kind of wish I had a month of a head notice, but... anticipation. I... don't know, Lunar Chris, I have to check. It's one of those cases where I know that one of the best times to do it would be at least cover part of it, or half of it, before the release of Silk Song, but the other part of me just wants to cover it at my own pace and not rush myself. Well, I could just do the thing where I just cover part of the game, and then make some things off of that. Locked in. Hey, Shadow. Ah, yes. Are you weak to acid? Fire? Well, I guess it's Buster time. Let's see, which one? I don't think we need Blade Cracker, we already have the remote mine. Hello, Popcorn. I don't think I did your level pack, Lunar Chris. Let me add that to the queue as well. Thank you for letting me know about its existence. Simple, medium, breezy stage. And the Arrest trailer, they really know which audience they're targeting, but if they're pulling out VTubers like that, or commissioning VTubers. Good for them. I'll say this, Symphony of the Night I will eventually cover. It's a little bit different than Hollow Knight, and I understand Hollow Knight also takes inspiration from that, maybe indirectly. But Hollow Knight right now is such a juggernaut or influential title in the Metroidvania sphere, especially the indie side, that it'd be foolish to not at least check it out from start to finish. Maybe I can avoid the DLC stuff because I know that gets very brutal and some of the bonus. But at the very least, I should check it out to figure out and understand why so many Metroidvanias take aspects of it. It'd be like saying that I haven't finished Super Metroid or Symphony of the Night when those were and still are the cornerstones of Metroidvanias nowadays. Most Metroidvanias, especially indie side. Again, I'm gonna say this to Jaden, please slow down. Not everyone has the time to do everything not everyone has the time to check out everything you want. Please. I appreciate that you checked out the demo of Genokids, J Butters, and you enjoyed it. But it's like what you argued, not really an expansion of taste because that was already in the genre, a combination of subgenres you already liked. Welcome to the stream, Beanie. Yep, from the biggest VTubing music agency on the planet. Although knowing this audience, I think only 2 people will realize that. Okay, maybe 3. This is why I cover a increasing variety of titles on the channel, especially during the indie showcases, just so there's at least 1 or 2 things that may interest people. Anyways, moving on. Forward up is Prism Pyramid DX by Sunflower Zoomeril, 27 plays, score of 8. Left. As always, roll because she usually gets the least time in the spotlight. Limelight. Megalight. Like, there are thousands of indie games being released on a daily basis. Unfortunately, I can't really pay attention to most of them. And that goes even more so for viewers. It's an unfortunate thing. That's why I keep arguing the hardest thing for indie devs isn't so much the quality of the game, it's the discoverability problem. Why do you think I rave so much about the Steam well, I don't have that so much, sorry. Why do you think I like the Steam Recommender so much? It does a great job, it does one of the best jobs understanding my tastes, as well as in recommending indie titles, especially the hidden gems and lesser known stuff. This is Prism Pyramid by Sunflower Azumarill. This is specifically a remake of a stage it did many years ago. I haven't intently, I'm gonna go into this blind. Plus I'm kinda busy with other things. Cerny's prettier. Like, I would like to get to all and play around with all the... Like, I'd like to get around to sampling, or at least... Okay. I'd like to get around to playing through all the games you recommend, or at least sampling, but, you know, time. Plus, there's my 1,000 plus list of games on my backlog I do want to eventually cover, or at least sample. And some of the titles on those lists are pretty long. They don't take like a few hours to beat. A few of them are like at least 60+ hour JRPGs. I guess, oh no. Like, I still don't know if I want to cover at least one Game in the Trail series. I know I'll do E's. That's fine. Those don't take that long. And Fox Xanadu, well, because I want to see Tokyo Xanadu. Oh shoot. Yeah, you can still, just keep that in mind. Don't be sad if I can't get to most of your stuff. Character blocks for the win. Whoa! Game lagging. I get what you're trying to do here. You're trying to replicate the Tomahawk blocks, but with a lot more solid terrain. It actually makes the section a bit easier. Wasn't sure. I guess that's the glass dome in the background. Unless I explicitly tell you not to, I'm happy to take more recommendations for stuff. Just keep in mind that if you post a recommendation, unless it's something like a guaranteed request or birthday request, at the very least, and most of the time I'm gonna probably just have to stash it away, add it to the list, or if I even do, or even if I get around to it, it'll just be a sampler. Rat. Now, there are some prioritizations, like Mega Man and Mega Man Knight games take highest priority. Shiny. Yeah, I think this is an overall improvement over the original. Not even just in terms of the graphics. Roll just completely wrecks him. Okay, round 2. Now with the gimmick. Being able to manipulate his jump like this is... it makes the fight even easier. Oh no, I am not going to insult you for liking games. There are only a very, very small selection of games in the grand scheme of things which I will give a side eye to, and even far less, even far fewer than that which I directly criticize someone for. Okay, straight up improvement in almost every regard compared to the original, of what I can remember. Like, the biggest touch-up, the biggest glow-up was from the graphics. Currently my favorite level of the episode, like, even if you put all those things aside, if you're going through the stages of regular Fortress or RM level, I think it does a fairly decent job and is enjoyable to be done by an intermediate player. Top vote it gets. One moment. Okay, back for a moment. Fifth up is a boss rush by Tedley. 3 play, score of 1. Short to the point and accurate title. Kind of unoriginal though. Oh. At the very least, the boss arenas are different. What is this a boss rush for though? Like, I never fought these bosses before, so... Well, let me rephrase it. I never fought the bosses in the pack or in these arenas before. So I'm just tempted to use the Buster. Hey Gabriel, welcome to the stream. Yep, another one of the remaining long-time Maker streamers. I believe Marino began before me, but I've been going at it for more than half the game's lifespan by this point. Yeah, everyone's tastes are defined by experiences and biases, and what other communities they actually spend time in. And you can't really unite everyone anyways, nor do I actually want to. I knew I was gonna fail. I'll get back to you later. Oh! Teleporter. Up. You need to be careful where he jumps out. Although that does make the fight actually easier. Just be careful not to go out when he falls down there. Yeah, I can't reunite everyone here unless I have a really strong case why they should. But that itself is difficult. Especially considering some of the more contradictory opinions from some of the people here with very strong opinions on various titles. You know who they are. Okay. I can cancel out his wall climb. Or rather his wall cling. You can't answer that, eh? The levels can be set. The levels are a combination of pre-sent, and you can actually send it in chat right now. It's just gonna be moved to the back of the queue. Link to the level queue is in the description below. Anchor, hello? I didn't think you could break his AI like this. You should be able to jump out. I thought this is gonna be one of the harder encounters, but well, guess not. Uh-oh. So I just shot the Jewel Shield fragment, defeated the boss, and I guess that called a null reference error. Oops. I'm assuming that because... Okay, I think what actually happened was I shot and defeated Jewel Man just as he was creating another Jewel satellite, Jewel, and because of the loss of Jewel Man, it caused it to freak out and cause a null reference. See? Object Jewel. Oops. Nah, they know that already. And yeah, I agree. I would like to hear more indie developer perspectives, and I've been hearing more of them from the other servers. But unfortunately, as both of us have been alluding to, there are thousands of games that are hundreds of games that are released on Steam on a daily basis. Even more so if you count the other platforms, and even more and more on top of that if you count other platforms like Itch.io or GameJolt, or even more obscure stuff. Like, it's pretty much impossible to hunt them down in a human's lifetime right now. You have to specialize. And I've returned. I'm not gonna bother well... Okay. I'll give it one more try, and this time I'm gonna fast forward through it by using weaknesses. And we're back. But yeah, feel free to send your levels, Mixande. Thank you for cooperating, Shade Man. I'm assuming Black Hole Bomb. Okay, no glitch this time. Glitch, please. Yep. I don't get it. What causes this to glitch? Pops the balloon? Not quite, eh? Well, I guess this works too because it breaks apart his pieces. Alright, kitty cat. No, you made it across. You aren't bugged. No. Tame that kitty. I appreciate by using this setup, they never go up and spend more than half the fight unshootable. Although you do need to time it correctly. Okay, it's you again. And now for Hardy Man. Oh, okay. I thought we had a weakness for that. The best part of this is the more unique. The best part of this is the non-rectangular arenas. But otherwise, it's just a boss rush without the context leading up to it. And keep in mind, the arenas or the encounters, they still mostly play the same as the OG boss fights, just with some extra challenges. Although the Shademan Quick Kill was kind of funny. Quicker. It's not like in the level of sometimes Jedok and many times the patio where the changes to the arena are so substantial it changes how you fight the boss. So, yeah, it is a market. And unfortunately, we don't have the time or money to support every dev out of moral obligation. Thank you, Mixande. Oh hey Sylv. I'm surprised it took this long for someone else to talk about Bubsy 4D. Like, I thought you would bring it up the next, Jaden, because you're an active participant for Braz's server. But I knew Sylv would also bring it up. But yeah, I would have preferred Jackrabbit getting revived, but Bubsy is cheaper and enough memes, so he gets there. What's more surprising isn't the fact that it's Bubsy again. I'm not really surprised about that. I suspected that would happen in the future. What really surprises me is that it's for Braz who is at the developer reins. You know, the creator of Demon's Turf, or Demon Turf, and the in-development Demon Tides. The latter especially looks pretty good with this movement. Like, oh my goodness, this is going... Now I actually have hope of the game becoming half decent. So yeah, once Bubsy 4D gets a Steam Next Fest demo, because of course it's gonna have a Steam Next Fest demo, why wouldn't it? I am gonna cover it. I'm just gonna let you know in advance. Okay, who's 6? Next up is Base Has Expired by Para0. 26 players, score of 10. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a difference in schedule today, I'll just let you know. Tomorrow morning is going to be a continuation of Cook Surf Forever, and tomorrow evening will be the level pack Mega Man Unknown 14 by Dave the Loser, or Neko Dave. No life pickups, only the Base Buster. No double jump either. Oh, shooey. The Tachyon spawned off screen and just jump scared me. Well, basic Spyron was sent to the junkyard. I need all the help I can get. Playing it really safe because I can only take one extra hit right now. Double jump reacquired. I need as much help as possible for the boss fight coming up. Probably. Okay. No pop-up attackers. The dev is on the nicer end. I feel more comfortable now. But what's behind this door? Rebel boost. There's an obvious blind spot for the hot dog. Or friender, so I'm of course taking the trouble boost. I need it anyways. I can actually get back to full health, but I'm gonna save it. Up. You... No. Don't shoot your donuts at me. No. I've been painted donuts. Fine, we'll do it this way. Ah, you caught me. Couldn't really capitalize on it though. Okay. Checkpoint and a better weapon. Arguably. Well, my restriction on not getting life energy has been removed, deleted. Well, that's stupid hit number 1. Although you can count some of the extra ones during the Darkman encounter as them. I don't like where this is going. I'm out of energy. Okay. Crash Man. Red key. After escaping a junkyard, these places look a lot better now. Fully restored. Oh, zero grav. This is turning into basically a segment of mini stages followed by mini bosses. Ow. Just one stinking more. I'm sorry. I lost track of the accent. Orange key. Were these keys really necessary if we have to defeat the bosses anyways? See you later. Hello. You're making my life easier. Base taking his revenge for being thrown away in the garbage. Who's the ultimate bot now, Wily? Alright, see you later, Tedley. That sounds like a neat idea, Sunflora, starting up like that. It was an okay one. I kinda wish I'd explored the idea a little bit more, because as we got further to the stage, the idea started to break down a bit. As well, I understand the base regaining his powers and then facing off against Wily, but outside the first section, which involved more careful platforming, after that it became kind of a road subpar level, unfortunately. But that's just me. Alright, I'll be taking a short pause, posting the poll, and be right back. And I have returned. Let's see what the discussion topic is. As a reminder, folks, I posted a major poll on the announcements channel of the Discord server. If you can, please vote there, as that'll determine whether I'll be playing a new game whether I'll be starting a new stream very soon or not. That's unfortunate, El Paizo. It's the Geno Kids demo. Yeah, I do like the synergy between red and blue. I couldn't really make use of the combos, especially because there's fumbling moves, and the default controller setup was, I should have changed it earlier. Level design isn't amazing, but it's mainly made for me. It's more built for the purpose of getting you from point A to point B and creating some fun arenas to find enemies at. Amogus is canon to Deltarune. I'm living and loving it. Hey Buster. Yeah, you missed the epic Jewel Man crash. Oh, Sylv. I'm laughing because you're right. But that's not the first time. Yeah, the enemy varieties were brief because of the demo, but there's already enough different arenas that even with the smaller variety of enemies, they're able to pull off quite a bit of stuff. The interactivity is pretty low, but because of how bad it was at actually reacting to it, I ended up dying 4 times. Alright, let me say this, let us, give me a moment, I need to respond to that. Alright, when Sage begins on, Alright, Sage begins on September 19th and goes to September 26th. So, when Sage comes out, I'm gonna temporarily put all the other streams on hold because Sage takes priority because of the indie stuff. Plus, on the 21st, I am gonna be sampling the demo of Mega Man and some other Mega Man fan game demos. Like, as much as I like Hollow Knight, the Sage takes priority because plenty of people, I should be using a better word, a huge deal of people in the indie sphere have at least heard of Hollow Knight or seen videos of it or playthroughs, and at least thousands upon thousands of people have streamed or made videos of the game, and that's an understatement. Whereas with Sage, because of how small several of the devs are, they need the limelight much more. They aren't as successful, nor do they have, or more importantly, they don't have the actual outreach or coverage or discoverability. And while I made multiple promises to other Sage creators that, well, I'll be covering their stuff. But yeah, Sunday, Mega Man, and a few other Mega Man demos. Let's hope that a few of the other folk don't get sick this time. That was unfortunate. Anyways, let's actually do some levels. Yeah, it's one of those things, Jaden, where I didn't really notice in the demo so much because the encounter design made up for it. 7th up is Pain and Hovering by Janox74, 50 play score of 11. Hey, we actually didn't have as many interruptions compared to other streams, Buster. I'm actually shocked. We didn't have a 15-minute break in between a level. Okay. Oops. I got distracted by the sweat. It's not gonna be a formal Sage stream because I didn't get the slots on Sunday morning. That's gonna be Glamrock Dusky. But I can still do informal stuff. Okay. Oh, well, at least cover Mega Man stuff. Like, my formal Sage streams are on Monday and Wednesday. And, at least on Wednesday, I know exactly what I'll be covering then. Yeah, Glamrock Dusky. You know them, Jaden? Oh gosh. That's kind of funny actually. Okay, that was a bit scary. A little bit harder than the Genox usual fare. I said a little bit harder, but not really hard-ish. What, Mega Man? NB. That was fast. Oh look, one of the few stages that actually make it so that the ground is hot because lava's everywhere. True. Ah, that's cool, Jaden. I know them mainly for being the developer of Havoc Fox, being one of the developers on Freedom Planet 2, and their videos and playthroughs and streams of various mascot horror games. I mean, even their name is a direct reference to mascot horror stuff. Deep. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, they've been an active participant of Sage for a while now. Last time they couldn't really participate because of, well, sickness. Oh my. An underrated combo, to be fair, but it's actually trickier than what the Jethawk usually puts in motion. I see other levels do harder variants of this, but not usually Jethawk. All right, who are we dueling? Right. Here's another combination most stages don't really use. I know a lot of stages know that you can freeze these or solidify these using the concrete shot, but not many of them know that you can just blow them up using the laser trident afterwards. And it's necessary here. Oh shoot. When it's in the yard, it's magma. When it comes out of the yard, it's lava. I have plenty of these. Well, in this case, it was not really necessary. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of Glamrockowski's videos, and yeah, they'll be participating. Their stage stream slot's going to be Sunday morning, around the same time I'm going to be streaming, actually, during my informal thing. That being said, Buster, I will try recommending Mega Man to a few other stage streamers. Because I know there are a few Mega Man fans there. I wonder if Spacey Bat will be interested. Not in the eyes of fans, Sylv. Even if Capcom is putting in a hibernation chamber, the fans are still trying to keep them alive as long as possible. I don't know if I'll be able to get non-Mega Man fans to play it because kind of the stiff competition, and well, there are some heavier hitting titles there like RTS and Psy Cutlery. Oh, speaking of which, Buster, have you heard of Psy Cutlery? Uh-oh. Bonk. Okay. I'm gonna take that as a no, Buster. Have you heard of the game Psycho Waluigi? Alright. That was a decent stage. That was more involved than I expected out of a stage from Jedok. Like, if it was from a more unknown creator or a tougher one, then I could totally see that, but from Jedok it's a bit more unexpected, in a good way. Yeah, Side Cutlery is from the same developer. It's basically Psycho Waluigi's spiritual successor, and it from the people I know who played it, they say it's pretty good. But if I'm gonna cover it, it's gonna have to be its own stream because it's not a demo. The game's done. Alright, 8 up is Base 2, Outer Space, by MXN EEX. 14 plays and a score of 5. The best thing I'll do is I'll try hyping up Megamet in the Sage server, and by extension Sonic Fan Games HQ. Oh, Buster. That's how I feel when I talk about video games, anime. That's how I feel when I talk about video games, anime, movies, cartoons, a lot of stuff from the 80s, 90s, aughts, when it's not Mega Man related. It's both kind of mortifying and kind of elucidating how much I've missed. Totally understandable, Buster. Like, there's already a few games I'm definitely going to be covering during this upcoming stage. Mega Man and almost all the Mega Man fan games that are there. As well as, well, you know what it is going to be, Jaden. A few, as well as many of the multiplayer stuff. Why are we in Galaxy Man stage? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know how faithful this is to the original Galaxy Man, so, I'll be silent. Whoa. Whoa! Bones. I'm sorry. There's an in-joke about bones in the various servers that I picked up on. Alright. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Stop, please. Right. Base can aim up, so I can end the ride at any time. Alright. Send in the criticism. I've heard worse anyways. Oops. I know they get stronger the more you buy, but I was going by the fact that even a little bit helps. Like, 30% isn't as good as 90%, but still, it helps. Especially in the earlier ways. It's not like the resistances would just increase exponentially. What do you mean they get better exponentially? Oh, are you talking about effective damage? Yeah, oh my goodness. But still my earlier point still stands, where even the 0.2 times the HP can still help. Remember, I come from games where even a little bit of difference can actually become substantial for surviving. I'm guessing because the effective is because of how most of the bots actually deal damage. Again, it's not really explained in the game how important those resistances are. Welcome back, Alfredo. The reason why I didn't just go face first into the boss faces is because of experiences in the boot camp where I really need proper support if I'm gonna play that risky. Like when I went back to play more potato matches after the stream, I decided to play even more aggressively with actual servers that seriously game. I was trying to shoot up and I accidentally hit that and couldn't shift off. Like, I totally get that, I've seen that, and I did that strategy off stream when I played more of Potato, and it works very well. The issues, of course, with Heavy, I know there's the whole joke about having a proper NG or medic babying him, but when you have to draw that much fire, I need a safety net so I can actually consistently put off DPS. Hence why in many of the matches, most of the matches when I play as Heavy, I try staying closer to the team, and to compensate for the increased distance, I just buy fire rate increases. Medic's already very powerful, even more so in some ways than man versus machine thanks to various things. And yeah, I know the sign, I should have read it. This is definitely not part of the original Galaxy Man stage. Alright, that makes it easier. I did play as engineer before, I just got... I did actually play engineer before, it's just that I was getting a bit tired of the pacificity outside of certain ways. I wanted to play a bit more on the front lines, hence why I like the medic and the dodging and weaving. Anyways, welcome. That was Galaxy Man's tougher level. Yeah, I mean, PvP Medic is a game changer pretty much everywhere. But MVM, well... That's not... In practice, though, that's not how it works. In practice, in most of the games I play, Buster, that's not how the Medic works. At least the Medic's used in MVM. I know that's suboptimal. Like, the optimal way is most players live to learn to just be self-sufficient, but in practice, outside the higher levels of play, that doesn't happen. But yeah, the penalty for that is, of course, Medic basically deals 0 damage. He's just pretty much purely support defense. And yes, I know there's a way to charge Ubers. The fast way is, of course, just use the Uber saw. And the shield is already pretty good for projectile blocking, but I know for a fact if you're experienced enough of the game, you can forego with a medic and just use Energy Dispenser and heal over kills and survive with that. But as you're well aware, outside of Potato.tf, most of the time, I'm not an experienced player, and pretty much all the players we play with are far from experienced. Frankly, most of the experienced players in MVM don't even play on boot camp. They play on tour. They play on Man Up. Or if they don't play on Man Up, they're playing community servers like Potato.tf, or they're playing in private. And I'm not gonna pay for Man Up because I don't really play Man vs. Machine that much. I'm more of a... If I haven't made it abundantly clear, I'm more of a casual TF2 player who enjoys the game, but I don't really just go into the... Compared to something like Maker, I'm not really playing the game like a core game. It's more something like a fun activity every month or so. This is why even if I play suboptimally, I don't mind it so much because it's still pretty fun. Like, that's another beauty. That's one of the beauties that Valve succeed with TF2, where even if you play really suboptimally, it's still fun. A lot of weapons, even if they're not good, they're still fun to use. And heck, I feel there's more leeway with man versus machine versus PvP because there's a bit more leeway with what the strategies you can do. Well, outside of the extreme stuff, but yeah. And honestly, that helps cut down on the toxicity to a certain extent. Yes, I know there's toxicity problems in Man vs. Machine, but we're kind of isolated from that because they mostly congregate into the Man Up. And in pub matches, well, you're running the gamut. And mercifully, especially with the pub matches, Valve, or at least the two people working on TF2 have woken up and actually managed to ban most of the cheaters. For now. Again. Yeah. There are weapons that kind of are outright why, like the Thompson. Ah yes, dude. I already covered this level, but one of the levels by Umix and EX, so I'll save that for later. Yeah, apparently all the protest campaigns and sign-ins actually worked. And it's actually stuck around for some reason. Somehow the cheaters haven't overrun again. Yes, I know there's some random sniper aim bots that happen, but they get kicked off pretty quickly now. And I appreciate that, Buster. There are many things. I'm not gonna just single out TF2 because many games have the same problem of not properly explaining the importance of certain things. I'm not saying TF2 is the only one. There are many games that do a worse job. I just wish there was a bit more an advanced tutorial. But with TF2's age, YouTube and experts are the ones we'd use. That being said, I am going to return to TF2 again, especially Man vs. Machine, once they get the new maps in. Because we will get an influx of players and we can experiment. Anyways, back down to the bone. Alright, I don't want to cover Base Droid right now because we're going to be stuck here for 90 minutes. That'll be next week. Oh my goodness, I learned the basics of Man vs. Machine just from a YouTube video, not the... I understand what the base tutorial is for, but if you're just starting out with Team Fortress 2, you shouldn't start with Man vs. Machine. You should actually start out with Casual. That being said, Sylv, the funny thing is, when Valve wants to, they can support the multiplayer games very well. It's just that they have to have a dedicated enough team. I just wish TF2 had more than one person working on it. Full time. Part time. Quarter time. Like, for example, Team Ice Rog, they're doing continuous support for Dota 2 and Deadlock when it eventually comes out. Yeah, it's kind of an I appreciate the work environment of Valve, but a little bit more structure would be nice. I totally understand also abandoning old enough games, but if somebody's regularly receiving updates, maybe give a little bit more support. Because when Valve actually wants to give support to the games, when they have a dedicated enough developer base, it happens. Dota 2, Deadlock. But the rest, when it's a live service or multiplayer, they're kind of left to flounder. Anyways, let's pick some most popular levels. That's the thing. That's the unfortunate thing, Buster. They're just so. I'm gonna be a little bit disingenuous here. They're quote unquote so quote unquote close to something better. I'd also say please hire more employees for general Steam support, but that's a whole other discussion. Ninth up is Iceberg on the Beach by Gold and Silver, 73 plays, score 34. Portal's awesome, but at the very least, Portal's single player. You know what? Actually, no, that's too powerful. Like, it's one thing to not have a continuation of Portal because it's a single player game with mods and level packs from the users. It's another thing to have a live service multiplayer game, which suffers with the lack of a good anti-cheat. At the very least, TF2 can have self-hosted servers, so it's not like the true live service games where if the company running the service decides to go under or shut down the game, you're screwed there. At least with TF2, even if Valve decides to stop providing any new updates to the game, the fans can keep going on and can keep carrying through and host their own servers. So at least that's one silver lining. And yeah, Portal 1 and 2 are great. If Valve were to really carry the joke forwards, the next Half-Life game wouldn't be 3, it'd be 4. Or Portal 4. Ouch. No, I didn't see that. Let me in. Well, I paid the price. Yeah, own weapons, own game modes, as we saw, for example, in... as we saw during Potato TF. It's not in the same level as Mega Man or in terms of lack of support exactly. But right now, the fans are the main people who are keeping TF2 alive. Not really Valve. Yeah, that looks like Base's route. Yeah, I can't believe we got Alex as well, and shockingly, or not shockingly, knowing Valve's pedigree, it's one of the very few good VR games. And if I had a VR setup, I'd totally cover that. If Valve wanted to be even funnier... If Valve wanted to be funny, the next Half-Life game would be another prologue. If Valve wanted to be even funnier than that, the next Half-Life game wouldn't be Tree or Prologue, it'd be the Epilogue. Like how Alex is basically a prologue, instead of going to Tree, just go to the Epilogue of the series, and with the final battle, after the final battles, and we have the cleanup. That would be the real troll move. Yeah, I'm hyped for an MVM update as well. That mode really needed more support from Valve, especially with weird things like, why are many items missing upgrades? Like, they wouldn't be optimal upgrades in the first place, but come on, let players mess around with the weapons. Or heck, some of those upgrades wouldn't even make the weapons meta, but they would make them more usable. Like, MVM is one of those modes where you don't need to worry about balancing as much as PvP, so at least give the players abilities to pick crazier upgrades. It's one of the reasons why in Horde shooters, or Horde defense missions, I just say, oh yeah, you can be a bit more relaxed with the balancing. It's not like it's supposed to be a fair fight between you and the individual bots. True, that's not one of the weapons that really requires upgrades. And I understand also having some levels of balance, like the 3000 free DPS for Pyro was that was something that that's something I agree should have been, that needed to be nerfed. Whoops, I forgot dodge roll. For who else is the video lagging? Does the gas passer have upgrades? I was holding right. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It's too unreliable as a roll. And I didn't have the spike guard either. It does 350 damage. What makes it really powerful? Is it due to the gas explosion? Let me... Oh, that's tight. Rose Power's core weakness of range. I can see a problem there. I can see it being specialized against medics, but the problem of it removing the range problem, I can see that cause invalidating some other classes in terms of balance. Okay, this ended up being a bit more involved than I expected, especially in the second half, so props for that. I really should have played a character with a regular slide instead of the dodge roll because of the various problems I argued about the dodge roll. Yeah. There are ways of getting around the medic shield problem, but that requires certain bot setups. Namely melee bots and flamethrower bots. Other games solve this problem by just giving the shield... other horde-based shooters to solve the problem by having the shield have a certain HP value. So it doesn't just block everything for the next 5 seconds. Or they limit the time, or they make it an ultimate ability and limit the time it can be used for. Or they make it so it charges up much slower. No, I didn't, Slash. Well, let me check the Discord server if anyone's standing at another level. No, they haven't. Give me a sec. Oh, here's a cool one. Story options are good, but you don't want ones that really invalidate other things. Alright, Jaden, J-Butters, or anyone else, do you have any other gaming related discussion topics? Because after this stage, I'm thinking of just closing down the stream because, there is one more view submit level, but it's gonna take an hour or so. I prefer if I just save it for next week. Unless someone else decides to submit a level to me. Alright, let's do it. So the 10th and final level of the stream is Blooming Sky Garden by Mega Snakey. 168 plays and a score of 92. Okay, as a reminder to you all, tonight I will not have a stream. Tomorrow morning, I'll continue my playthrough of Cook Serve Forever. And tomorrow evening, I'll be doing a playthrough of the level pack Mega Man Unknown 14 by Dave the Loser. Game of the Sun's in those weird categories where I may cover it, but only after I do some of the more well-regarded indie Metroidvanias. At least in a demo, I did have an issue with the controls where, during the waterfall section near the start of the game, or in the second area of the game, in the forest, that caused a bit of an issue. Part of the reason for that is because, in general, people don't really like floaty controls, especially, well, let me put it this way. Floaty by itself isn't so bad, but when you combine with heavy, that can be annoying. One at a time. Alrighty then. I could go a bit longer, but then I'll be just going over most Popper Q levels, so I think this is a good point to end it off. So overall, of the 10 levels I covered in today's morning stream, my favorite one would certainly be Prism Pyramid DX by Sunflower Azumarill. Not really an honorable mention, but a note also goes to Jetox level, because that ended up being a bit more involved than I expected from a creator like them, as the other levels don't tend to be that difficult. Like, they tend to get somewhat involved, but Pain and Hovering, that's the name of the stage, it involved a gimmick combination that required a bit more thought, and you couldn't just bum rush through it. Yeah, this is one of those weeks where the number of levels, the standard levels, isn't that high. Like, the closest ones I could think of would probably be Sunflower Azumarill's, Genox, and Lunar Chris's. But really, the most memorable part of this was the gaming discussion-related topics. We unfortunately didn't get the walls of text that I was hoping for, but that happens. I was kind of hoping we'd also discuss some of the other titles other than Bubsy 4D and Skong. But yeah, I mean, looking at what the poll says right now, it's okay. Looking at what the poll says right now, it's I think it's very clear what's going to be happening. And Starling Revolver as well. Give me a moment. Hang on, connection's having a bit of an issue. Okay. Sorry, Weather. So as I was saying, it's pretty obvious what I'll be doing with this. So on Tuesday evening, I'm going to be beginning this. Not Monday evening because I have other commitments. And Sunday evening, well, I got Mega Man, so I'll begin this on Tuesday evening, probably. I know I have frame drop slash. It's not OBS's fault. It's my connection, which is having some weird conniptions today. Again, the issues with some of these frame drops, it's nothing to do with my computer or OBS or that. It has to do with the connection. And before you say, oh, buy a better internet plan, okay, if you're willing to donate for that, sure. And Jay Butters seals the deal. Anyways, with that out of the way, time for the art showcase. Like, unless we suddenly get 8 people saying that, no, hold off, it... shoop the whoop. Two new Anton Blast Borders. Nice. I may use them in the future. Okay, that wasn't really too much of an art showcase, but thank you to Devil's Advocate, aka Power Simplified, as well as Pixel Boy for submitting your artwork. As a matter of fact, thank you to everyone who either submitted their level, submitted their art, or simply participated in chat. It's due to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for our channel. It's really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other video or stream on the channels, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on Blue Sky and Mastodon as well, and join my Discord server as I regularly post updates there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later.